Hi there! Did you recently develop a new service product which your clients are actually not really appreciating, not buying them? And do you see that your clients actually have quite a lot of reasons to delay the decision on buying and using your new solutions? Now, one of the challenges for clients is that there are actually quite a few obstacles which are holding them back in using new solutions and ways of working, and then leaving you with an unsuccessful innovation project. Now, in this video, I will share some challenges and best practices for removing obstacles for your clients to use your new offerings. Too often, we see manufacturing companies launching new services, new features, new solutions, which are not that easy to start using for clients. And if the obstacles to adopt are too big and not really solved, less clients will use it, will delay it, and in the meantime will not really see the value of your new offerings. Now, if you are encountering such signals, it may not always be easy to get a very clear picture of what's really going on. It could be your clients simply don't have the problem your solution is trying to solve. It could be that your solution is not adequately fixing the problem compared to other alternatives, or there are some serious constraints and obstacles for your clients to start using your new solution, even though it is a very good one. So caution is advised in these situations and not to jump too quickly into wrong decisions and conclusions. Now, for the sake of this video, let's assume you do have a great solution which is really solving an important problem of your clients, and actually the problem is around the obstacles to apply your solution. So obstacles in applying solutions can actually categorize into following categories. It can be about lack of money. The new solution you're offering appears to be too expensive for your client. It is seen as a too big investment or too high ongoing cost in relation to the value they will perceive. It could be that the issue is more related to the perception of the value, how well that has been articulated. So you can check my previous videos, or that you are not talking to the right decision makers in your client organizations. Secondly, it could be a lack of skills. Using the new solutions are too complex and difficult for your clients, as they are complex to use, require a lot of training, and then need to acquire new skills. Or it could be lack of access. Often we see that new solutions can only be used and generate value in certain circumstances. Now, commonly overlooked is that applying new solutions and receiving value from them often requires a significant change in the way of working of staff and employees of an organization, of your client, which then triggers too much resistance. It can be that significant overhaul of process and information flow is required, and a change in structure of the organization and the roles, with some of the staff even losing their role. It can be a lack of time. For many solutions, it takes time and effort to make sure that your new solution is adequately used and embedded in their organization. If the pressure from daily business and other ongoing projects is quite high, it easily happens that adopting your new solution is being put on the back burner and then falls off the radar. It could be risk. In essence, there could be two main sources for perceived risk for your client. The risk that your solution actually doesn't really work as expected and hence is not bringing value. It could also be more, let's say, the social risk for your client to sticking out their neck for the change which might not be accepted by other stakeholders or employees in their organization. Now, too often we focus on the technical part of our new solution or features and do not give other clients' needs and obstacles enough consideration. So, for example, when we are gaining customer insight into their bigger problems, and when we are developing a remarkable solution to solve those bigger customer problems, and how and with whom we discuss our clients' problems and promote and sell our solutions. An interesting example for this is a major metal wholesaler that is looking into adding extra value to their clients in the industry. They already offered additional services as different sizes, cutting, drilling, and even picking up the packages of delivery and bringing them directly into the different points in the manufacturing process of their clients. And this really solves a lot of challenges for particularly low volume, high mix manufacturers. However, using these services means that the equipment and the people doing the pre-manufacturing work becomes redundant, or that they have to change their role. It also means that inventory of materials goes down, which changes, or at least the perception changes, about the stability and the contingency of the production line, because they depend on external parties in a different way than they're used to. The result of this was that initially most clients did not buy the new offering, regardless of the very well articulated benefits and financial benefits, the business cases. At some point, stakeholders of this metal wholesale company started doubting the potential of the added value services and whether to abandon the initiative or not. So let's go into some practical solutions. Manufacturers that are quite successful in launching and growing customer adoption of their new solutions and features have the following good practices. They have a much broader view on the bigger customer problems and the challenges beyond the functional requirements of equipment. They better understand the operational and change challenges, and therefore have a more integral view on what it takes to improve on these problems and challenges. They have a better view on important obstacles and include that in the design instead of having that as an afterthought once the great solution is finalized. They develop a more concrete and remarkable solution to solve the bigger customer problems, including all the obstacles to start using them. So for example, they focus more on simplifying the solution, making it easier to use with less training, less implementation effort for their clients. Their solutions are more than a technical solution and include support in implementation and maintaining a new way of working. They offer a kind of step-by-step ascending engagement model in which customers step-by-step can implement next steps of the solution, and that way they can mitigate the risk, reduce the change challenge, and also allow their organization to become more familiar with the new way of thinking and working. So following the example I mentioned before about this wholesaler in metal, the next steps of their new service portfolio were to organize workshops for clients, discussing all kinds of trends and changes in the sector and some of the best practices and success stories. Conduct workshops with the clients' key stakeholders to get a full picture of the whole journey of maturing their manufacturing operation, their supply chain, their plant layout, the equipment, the competencies and the kind of people, and then use that information to develop a roadmap. It also helped to get the stakeholders on the same page and engage them in this whole journey. Provide good project management and change management practices and resources, and organize pilot tests to get used to the new way of working and building trust. Offering an ongoing performance management dashboards for some key stakeholders to get full visibility and transparency of the performance of the entire operation, the progress and issues of implementing the new solution. And this also helped them preventing to get the blame for every kind of incident. So solving and removing the obstacles for your clients to embrace your new solutions has great benefits for monetizing your new solutions and services. Manufacturers that are better in building that momentum with the clients to adapt their new solutions see that their customers fluidly adopt new solutions and have a fairly high pace of scaling up. These manufacturers generate more new revenue streams with higher margins and differentiate themselves even better from the competition. So if you want to accelerate the monetization of your new services and solutions, spend some time with your colleagues, with sales, with services delivery, and other stakeholders in your client organizations about the obstacles, your clients see for your new solutions. Be open, embrace the unexpected, and leverage that to further develop your solutions and how you help your clients to use them. In essence, it's not about having this great solution for your client to solve their big problems, but it's much more about how, in practice, your clients are really benefiting from your new solutions and embedding that into their organization.